And when I looked at it, I said, what's so exceptional about Malaysia? Seriously, I mean, what is so exceptional apart from, badminton and squash? And then, then I read his thing today in the Malaysia Kini, and he explained it to us just now. Exceptionalism, from my understanding, is to be accepted, to be somehow immune from law, from accountability. Well, if you look at it that way, yeah, sure, this country seems to be like that. There seems to be people who are exempt from the normal rules and laws that make up a civilized nation. Well, it's our fault, really. We let it happen. And, I must admit that I think the older ones are a bit more responsible than the younger ones. When our institutions were undermined, either by a change in the structure or by controlling the personnel, or more often by both, we let it happen. And now we are bearing the fruits, the bitter fruits, of a system of governance which started off in 1957 with all the best intentions, but slowly got chipped away by those in power, and we let it happen. The first 3 prime ministers had some semblance of understanding of democracy because they were all lawyers by training. Then came the 4th. And we let him. And we let him run riot, all in the name of economic progress. And now we see what happens. When we sacrifice certain fundamental, basic principles in order for economic progress, it's going to come back and it's going to bite us in the buttocks, and it has. Offendedness. Are we a culture of offendedness? Well, it looks like it too. I must admit, I like vegetables.
Go.
And, bayam and kailan. Oh, come on, how did kangkung become a racist issue? What kind of warped mind does it take to twist a joke, a very funny joke as well, actually? I mean, and you asked for it, dude. I mean, like, come on. You don't go on and talk about kangkung and all the rest of it and not expect people to laugh. Kangkung is a funny word by itself. Just repeat it 3 times. Kangkung, kangkung. It sounds funny. You have a small group of hate mongers who seem to be given carte blanche to do whatever they want. I mean, like, okay, if you want to organize a rally against the price hikes in the new year, then you're accused of being terrorists, and you have grenades. Grenades are being brought to the Merdeka Square. Good heavens! No grenades were ever produced. And no one ever said, let's bring grenades to Merdeka Square when we protest the price hikes. But when you have a poster with a guy holding 2 parangs, that's okay, is it? So there seems to be some groups who are, exceptional. But speaking about offendedness, I must admit, I am offended too. I find myself often offended. I'm offended by the disrespect for the rule of law. I'm offended by the ignoring of our constitution. But most of all, I'm offended by the fact that we have ignorant, bigoted thugs who can hold the reins of power. How the hell did this happen?